Well, good morning everybody. Linda Wright, Texas Girl Farm with Junior and Maggie. And you can see the sun is up, and today, right now, I'm still in a short sleeve shirt, but that's going to change drastically tomorrow. So I waited and went into town yesterday to get feed, and some other stuff, so I'm just going to try to make a short video, update y'all on what I've got accomplished and what's going to transpire today. But first, I'm going to get this feed down to the chicken pen, and they got some shavings too, and then after I get everything fed, I'll pick y'all back up, probably down in the greenhouse, because that's what we're going to talk about today. Well, again, and good morning. I'm over here watching the chickens, and yes, I normally do not video myself, but today we're going to sit and talk about what I got arranged yesterday for plans. And I actually have all of my hair down, because when I get out of the shower, I usually go ahead and twist it up and put it up in a bun. But this morning I brushed it out, and I was like, no, it's supposed to get cold tomorrow. I'm going to leave it down and let it dry, because this is a lot of hair. Now y'all understand why it stays up. Alright, I'm going to turn y'all around and let's get into it. So, things are happening. You can see I got some mums. Yes, they're all spent, but I've got these two already cut back. I've got to work on these four. When I went to Tractor Supply yesterday, these usually were running like I think $19.98, and they had them all marked down for $2. So, you know, if you like flowers, you can't pass up. It's a perennial. I'm gonna cut them all back and get them in the ground. Everything in here seems to be doing good. As you can tell, Trent's planted the willow and got it down here, because I wanted it to leave it in here because we're supposed to have close to freezing temperatures tomorrow. I don't know how cold we're going to get, but I wanted to get it out of that little pot in a bigger pot. I may see how it does. I did when I went to Tractor Supply. Hang on, let me go back. So the pepper plant is doing okay, taking a little bit of time. It's still got peppers on it, so for it to overcome. But that pepper plant did okay, so I feel fortunate, or I think that one's going to do okay. So yesterday, when I went to Tractor Supply, I got some hardware cloth, and then I got, what did I do with them? Oh, and some 5-foot of the cheaper things. So I'm going to put some PVC pipe to run it up higher, and then probably take this up probably 8 foot when I plant the weeping willow. And I'll probably move that picnic table over by wherever I'm going to plant it to help give it more shelter. I'm going to see what the temperatures warm up and see what the forecast is as far as the weather before I do that. But I kind of want to go ahead and get it in the ground so it can start getting acclimated. And I meant to get some more potting soil, but Tractor Supply thinks their potting soil is just gold. I mean, $12.99 to $16.99 and on up for 1.5 cubic foot of potting soil, where that was 1 cubic foot that I spent four something on at Lowe's. So yeah, I'll have to wait until I get to Lowe's. So as you can see, I put the heating pad down, finally broke it out. I've had it for a couple of years and hadn't got it out, but I got it out this time because I seeded Brussels sprouts. And then I have one of the other little pots in here because there's a root down in that one. And if I keep it at a temperature of 80 degrees, which right now it's turned off because it is 70 something in here. Plus it'll get warmer today. So this evening when I feed, I will come in, turn it on to make sure all the soil and all these plants, in case it freezes in the morning, they'll be good. So as you can tell, they're doing really good. And these have already turned, reaching for the sun. So I like to turn them this way and let them go back and reach. So hopefully all of this will be okay. It will be okay for tomorrow morning and Monday. That's what I'm hoping. But you know, I didn't show y'all. I reorganized all my things here, and then put all my other stuff, which was up there, over here, and just reused the space some. Okay, got y'all caught up on that. So before I went to Tractor Supply, I went to the metal place, and I have ordered the metal, and it should be ready Tuesday or Wednesday. I made a little change, even though that this is the galvanized. I decided, since that building is brown, to take the sides and the roof on this one in brown also, and just leave the front part. At some point I want to come back and paint it brown, I will. I kind of like it like this, and will kind of like it. And the reason I did that is because they were going to have to cut the shorter piece of the metal. So there's going to be three full sheets with a, I think, 6-inch overhang. I think there's 6-inch overhang in the front. 3 whole pieces, which is going to leave about 1 foot and I think 2 inches to make it to the point that where the strapping is going to be to connect, because the metal is going to come all the way to here. So I was going to, irregardless, I was going to have to take and cut their 3 foot piece down to probably 22 foot. So I figured and that would be 2 sides going long ways. And I said, well, if I'm going to have to do that, I said, let me come home and measure, because I knew, y'all know, I still got some brown metal. So I came back, and this big, long, I only thought it was 16 foot. It's actually 20 foot. It's actually 2 foot wide. So all I'll have to do is cut my 6 foot 6 inch panels across. So made it a little easier on me. Y'all see I still got PVC pipe. So that's the PVC pipe. I'm going to try to rig it up, and I'll show you how I've done that in the past. So metal's coming. I also went by the lumber yard and got some prices for some 4x4s by 8 foot long, some 1x4s by 10 foot long, and some 2x4s by 8s. Got prices to figure out how much wood I'm going to need to strap up the sides and the roof and stuff. But before that, me and my sister today, we went to my cousin's last night and played cards. But today we're going to go over there and see if her sons have some spare material, so if we can use what they got instead of having to buy. That way I can save a little bit of money. So I think the front part of it being brown is going to tie in well with the other building. But you can see how I've taken the little post in the past and strapped on the PVC pipe, so I can make my stakes as long as I want to put up around that weeping willow tree. So what else did I do? I did something else. The Brussels sprouts started. Trying to think. Goji berry. Look at them. Look at them making. It's almost ready. I wonder if the orange one, oh, still orange, hasn't all the way. There's some over here. There's 2 there. There's 1 down there. I was looking, and I probably just knocked one off, a yellow one. But I was trying to leave them. Hopefully, when I get some more pot and soil and get some, because the pot and soil, I want to make sure it has a fertilizer mixture, a slow release which hopefully these will do a whole lot better come next year. And I see a berry over there on that one, but they seem to be doing really, really well. There's a few, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, and the other thing, it's such a beautiful day out here. Junior's in here with me. I'm hoping it doesn't freeze hard. We're right in that 36 to 32. That's what the weather, but you can't trust that. And the other thing I did, when I came home and measured, because I had to get the pitch, because I wasn't for sure about the pitch. I thought it was a 412. It's actually only a 212. So I'm glad I did that before I ordered my metal. So hopefully, if the weather's pretty in the next week, I can get all this front plastic off. I'm going to have to do some creative engineering because this back piece of plastic comes all the way here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll take this wiggle wire off, pull this all back, then take what's underneath it off, and then put that back, and then just strap over the top of it and put the metal over the top of it. Do that. So I also came and measured this, which it's actually, I thought it was only 12 foot. It's actually right at 15 foot in length, and I think it was 6'8" across, and it's 17 foot all the way around there. So I think when I placed an order at Home Depot, ordered chicken wire to cover from here all the way over, all the way down, and hopefully I got enough to do the back. I'm going to somehow make a door here. Haven't decided if it's going to be a door like what's on the greenhouse or not. And then I got some hardware cloth to go, I think either 2 foot or 3 foot, to go all down the side of each of it. So yeah, I'll probably use zip ties to fasten everything. So yeah, I just have to I think I have some 1x2s, because I think 1x2s are going to be the best for framing to keep it lightweight. And then I may, once I get this done, instead of having to go and buy another tarp, there's 2 tarps. The blue one underneath there is ratty, but the brown one has stayed in pretty good shape. And I can always fold it on itself, double it, and then drape it across the back section just to provide a shaded area. And then that way, as soon as I get the door done, and if I get to working on that, I'll want to get the door done, and then I can actually put some chickens in there and start utilizing it. But yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to make a smaller door like those with the hardware cloth on, which would probably be the easiest, or take one of those doors that I have that are plastic up there from that shed my sister gave, and convert one, make a frame, and fasten it. I don't know. We'll see. But oh, and the other thing that I got, and the whole reason I went on to Home Depot in the first place is, y'all have seen my black and yellow DeWalt toolbox. Well, that daggone thing with the tools in it is heavy. And when I bought it, which my mother really kind of bought it, and then I paid her some money back on it. It was supposed to be a Christmas present. And she said, yeah, you're not supposed to be paying for your own Christmas present. But I should have got the one that had the wheels and the handle. Because, number one, that one toolbox is not big enough for all my tools that I have. And lugging them around is yeah, I should have got the ones with wheels. So the only reason I hadn't bought the one with the wheels previously, because it was like $119. So I've had it in my cart, my shopping cart, on the Home Depot app for months. I mean, months. I mean, before we ever got the house finished. And yesterday I got an email, and the price had dropped to $89 for some of the Black Friday deals. And I went ahead and ordered it. I was like, man, that's $30 off. And then I had so much problems trying to get my order through online, which I always do. And I called the customer support on the back of the Home Depot card to get some assistance to get it to go through. And she sent me a text. We manually did enter the card information. And I told her, I said, I had a 10% off on my Pro Extra account from, you know, when I was getting all my material for the build. I said, but I wasn't able to put it in because it had a barcode or a number. And it said it was only for, like, scan at the store. But they did not tell you that you could only use it in the store. So she said, I can put that in for you. And instead of giving me 10%, she actually gave me 20% off. And then, because of all the problems that I explained to her I had in the past, every time I added, you know, was ordering on the app, she said she was going to, you know, get that information to the right people, and that she was going to send me a $50 gift card. So she wound up saving me $100. So basically, I got my toolbox for free. And she says, now you can buy you some more tools. I said, no. I said, that $50 gift card, I'm going to go buy some pot and soil. So, that's what I did yesterday. Today, I'm going to work on the mums. And wait for my sister. They got to go get hay. And then, once she gets all caught up and done, I have to go up to Mother's, let Mother's dogs out. And, then we'll hook up the trailer and go over to my cousin's house to see if we can find any material that her or I both can use. And I got to make sure I put my tape measure in my truck. And yeah, so thought I'd just share that with y'all. Thank you for everybody that went over and watched the video. I'm going to do my best to start doing videos more frequently. I know I've said that in the past, and I'm just going to try to do it. It may not be much, you know. This, hopefully Brooke can come over and do it. I mean, it's got to pretty much be done, at least be able to get the roof on if I take all the plastic off, especially with my plants in there. Look at those chickens. Instead, oh, there's 4 out today. They just fly over that. So far, the hawks have left them alone. The owls have left them alone. And that one rooster stays with them. So, these guys right here, now that I changed the fencing and put that poultry netting around there, just that, and got this goat fencing, they can't get through there. They can over on the other side, over in Dutton's pen. But they pretty much stay in there. So, oh, what a beautiful day. And I probably will, Mother's got a stump up at her house, so when I go up there to let her dogs outside, I may, depends on if it's windy up there. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing down here. She's up higher on a hill, so she may have a little more of a breeze. If it's not breezing, I've got a leaf pile that, Maggie, I gave her an egg. I gave her an egg, and she ain't ate it. That girl. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. Anyway, I may go ahead and burn that pile and set that stump on fire while I'm up there, because I got to take some trash and burn it too. And hopefully in the next week or so we get some rain and I can start burning this. Anyway, beautiful Saturday. That done? You know, say hey to the people? Huh? Do you? He's so curious. It's like, is it something to eat? You got a snotty nose. You feeling okay? Huh? You've already been eating. You okay? Huh? He's so dirty. He's so dirty. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Why's your eyes watering? Why's your eyes watering? Huh? Why's your eyes watering? You don't want to talk? You don't want to talk? So, they're going to get a little bit of cold weather tomorrow. I need to put a brush on the thing so he could rub his head. They seem to like that. I've seen people that have just taken a regular horse brush and just mounted it on where they could just scratch themselves. So I may do that for him. You can see right there, rubbing. He's doing his horns. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Told you I was going to make a short video, and it's wound up being longer than I anticipated. But I did want to update y'all, let y'all know what I got taken care of, and hopefully we can find us some wood over at my cousin's so I can save some money, not only on that project, but the 4x4 by 8 foot post. I probably won't have any over at my cousin. That's for a project that I'm going to do down there over the picnic table when I decide exactly where it's going to sit. I think I'm going to leave it setting. Maggie, eat your egg, girl. Eat your egg, girl. I'm going to take it. Eat your egg. Eat it. Eat your egg. You better eat it. But a cover over it, so if we're down there shooting, we have some shade in the summertime. And then 4x4 posts for the woodshed. And the woodshed is kind of a priority. So it's going to be greenhouse, woodshed, 4x4 posts, and 2x4 posts to do the framing of that, to be able to screw all those panels straight to it. Instead of screwing all the panels together, I'm going to screw the panels to my framework that I put up. And hopefully I get it level and square so the roof fits on the panels exactly right. So I may have to somehow try to put that all together and then set the posts and everything inside of it and have the roof on so I can come up underneath it and frame. That's going to be some crazy things if I do that. But I want to make sure that I get where it all fits perfectly. But that said, if you are up in the northeast, anywhere northeast of us here in East Texas tomorrow, you're going to get some cold weather. And the way northeast, they're calling for some snow, and I still got to go pour the feed, so I'll go down there. But try to stay warm, and if you like the content, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, come on over and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you, and hit that notification bell, so every time we upload a video, you'll be notified. And y'all stay warm, stay safe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.